Right, hi, and welcome back to this video brought to you by Maths from Scratch. This is column method subtraction level 3, and this is your answer walkthrough. So as you can see there, while I'm writing the title, those are your quick answers. So if you want to go ahead and mark your work, if you've done that from the column method subtraction level 3 lesson video. So question number 1, 3,909. Question 2, 8,809, lots of nines. Question 3, 59,118. Question 4, £63,778. Question 5 is 82,564. And then question 6 is 3,992,256. If you've got all those right, good job. You can then move on to lesson 4, the lesson video. If not, keep watching, and I'm going to quickly go through these answers for you in turn. Right then, so let's go through our full answer walkthroughs then for level 3. So question 1, take our first column, which is the units column. So 5 take away 6, 5's too small, so we need to borrow. That's going to be a 1. That becomes a 15. Difference between 6 and 15 gives me a 9. Then we'll go to my second column, 1 take away 1, well that gives me an answer of nothing. 6 take away 7, I need to borrow. So then that becomes a 16. So the difference between 16 and 7 again is 9. Then move on to the last thousands column, put a 0 in if you want. 3 take away nothing, it's 3. So question 1 is 3,909. Question 2, 2 take away 3 we can't do, it's too small. Move over, make that a 1, that becomes a 12. 12 subtract 3, well that becomes a 9. Second tens column, 2 subtract 2, again is 0. Hundreds column, 4 take away 6, it's too small, so we reduce the 9 to an 8, then carry the 1. Difference between 6 and 14 is 8, and then 8, and it's also 8,809. Question 3, 0 subtract 2 we can't do, so I'm going to strike that one to a 6. 10 subtract 2 becomes 8. 6 subtract 5 is 1. 2 subtract 1 is 1. 3 subtract 4 we can't do, so we're going to borrow from the 6. Move the 1 over. 13 take away 4. Well, that's going to give me a 9. And then 5 subtract nothing is 5. So that's how we got that answer. Put a comma in if you want. Not essential. Sometimes makes it easier to read. I actually do find it helpful. Question 4. Now again, this was one that was not actually set up in columns for you. So let's just do it. Let's do it up here. So I take the pound signs off when I'm writing them in. So now the order that you subtract is important if we remember from level 1. So you can watch level 1 if you just need to refresh this. So the order is important. It's not like adding where you can write whichever one you want on top. We have to subtract 3,714 from this one, which means 3,714 has to go at the bottom. So let's set them up, leaving space between our columns. So, right, and then thousands, so we're going to line up the thousands, so 3, 7, 1, 4. And then the neater you do your lines, I guess it's easier it is for examiners like me. Right, 2 subtract 4. Okay, can't do that, so we're going to borrow. That becomes an 8, so the 1's going to go there. 12 subtract 4 gives me an 8. 8 subtract 1 gives me a 7. 4 take away 7, again the 4's smaller than 7, so we need to compensate. That becomes a 6. Right, the 1, reading that as a 14. 14 take away 7, well that's 7. Thousands column, 6 take away 3, well that's a 3. And then 6 subtract nothing is just 6. So then that becomes 63,778. And of course, because we were dealing with money, pound sign. And this works for euros, dollars, anything. Okay, any monetary amount, this works. Okay, question number 5. 1 subtract 7, can't do. Borrow. 11 subtract 7 gives me an answer of 4. 8 subtract 2 is 6. 4 take away 9 we can't do, so we're going to have to borrow. 14 take away 9 gives me an answer of 5. Okay, now we're going to look at this one. 9, well, sorry, so we're in the thousands column. 1 subtract 9 definitely can't do, so borrow. 11 take away 9 is 2, which then leaves me with my 10,000s column. That becomes an 8. That's that one done. And then last but by no means least, draw a smiley face for the relief of going through all of this and staying with it. Good job. Question 6. 3 subtract 7, guess what? Can't do. Make that a 6. 13 take away 7 gives me an answer of 6. 6 take away 1 is 5. 2 take away nothing. Well, again, that just gives me 2, because you can't, you're taking nothing away. Nothing changes. Thousands column, 3 subtract 4, can't do. Borrow. Becomes a 3. 13 take away 4, that gives me an answer of 9. 3 take away 1 is 2. 6 take away 7 again, can't do. So we're going to borrow. 16 take away 7, that gives me a 9. And then 3 subtract nothing, I'm writing it in this time, gives me an answer of 3. So then this gives me an answer of, write that a bit better, it gives me an answer of 3,929,256. Now, well done for what, keeping up with that, because, if you haven't fallen asleep during that, well done. It's hard work concentrating for that and going through all of these. So hopefully you've seen where you've gone wrong on that one. Now, as you can see, it looks quite complicated when you see the finished version. But practice, practice, practice. You'll be able to do these in your sleep as quick as lightning. Or, well, that's quite quick, maybe as quick as however quick you want to be, really. So, well done. That is great.